times I was thinking it's over, but my friends tapping me on my shoulder. And you know, yeah, I got a shoulder. They don't always believe in me. I just wanna try to see. God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a manifest. Oh, I had to manifest. I had to manifest. Oh, I had to manifest. You could do it, you could do it, you could do it, yeah. You could do it, you could do it, you could do it, yeah. I could do it, we could do it, we could do it, yeah. I could do it, we could do it, you could do it, yeah.
So everybody, a few minutes, you can see that just trying to test that audio and make sure that you guys can give me up. And
There was times I was thinking it's over, but my friends tapping me on my shoulder. And you know, yeah, I got a shoulder. They don't always believe in me. I just wanna try to see.
what's going on, everybody? Just trying to test my audio. Want to make sure that sound kind of good. I don't want to make sure that we will overkill. I remember yesterday was kind of crazy with the audio when I played the replay back. Yeah, so we're pretty good now. We're pretty good now. We'll be on at about exactly 10:30, about 3 minutes. Yeah, let me know that you all can hear me clear. That's all I want to know. All right, so I did good. I did good. Okay, everybody. Back to the music. We'll be right with you.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a manifest.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's about 10:30. We're about to get started. Hope that you're having a great morning. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see everybody. Let me know if I sound okay. All right. I was just testing. Also, my brother's on the line. What's going on, my guy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Listen, we're about to get started in about 3 seconds and in counting. Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. Do me a favor, let me know that you can hear me well. My brother Daryl's on the line. What's up, my guy? Seems like it's just about me and you until everybody else start to come in. you know, do me a favor, let me know that you can hear me well, because like yesterday, I had this crazy recording, and even though we're going live, yo, the audio was blown out. It was blown away. So just gonna give people a couple of times or a few minutes to come in. You know what I'm saying? As they see us, they do know that we're supposed to be on here. This is a new thing that I'm trying, D. Just to help other people out. Started my own company. I was happy about that. And this is what we call like tryout, right? What I'm saying? What's going on? Lisa, what's good, sis? Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is just, I'm happy to be here on this. What is it today? Wednesday? Wow, it's Wednesday already. Wow. I'm gonna tell you something. When you've been busy and working, you can't even really keep up with the times. You feel what I'm saying? Well, I got two on the line. I know. Do me a favor, like and share your page, and I'm sure other people come. Oh, I see you on YouTube. What's going on, y'all? Okay, I see YouTube big time. All right, what's going on? Yesterday was Facebook, but now it's YouTube coming in. Hope that everybody's doing well. Let me know that you can hear me well, and I hope I don't sound distorted. Lisa, yesterday I sound so crazy. I didn't know until I had the replay. I was like, yo, this is bugged out. I cannot put this up. I'm gonna have to take down that first recording we did yesterday or that live we went on yesterday. But guess what, y'all? Good morning. I'm actually drinking my McDonald's coffee, not because of the fact that it has my name, but I can't live without my coffee for some reason. And yeah, so I got some good value that I want to share with people today. Rather they come in and they see it live or they see it on the replay. I want to just give value because this is what it is that I get uh, finances and paid to do. But even without it, this is what I do. All right. So good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Oh, good to see you on YouTube as well. What's going on, y'all? I can't shout you out because for some reason I can't see your name. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it'll come up. StreamYard is acting crazy today. It's acting weird. All right. But it's all good. But I got Facebook at the same time. So if you see me looking around like this, is because I got like four different screens in front of me. How y'all doing? Y'all good? And I see people coming in. People coming in. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Please do me a favor, y'all like and share. Today we want to talk about overcoming harsh opinions. And nine times out of ten, they say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words that never hurt, depending upon who it come from. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if you don't know the individual, and even if you've known them for only about 10, 15 minutes, I've learned something. Human nature and human beings have the propensity and or the ability to become attached to people, even if they don't know. You know, you can see them for about 5 minutes and something can transpire, and all of a sudden you care. I don't understand, you know, but I do understand the concept because you have to perceive. It's called perception. You have to perceive people in order for you to understand and sort of feel them out and size them up. And I think people do that all the time. They size people up, they size each other up. Rather you're nice, rather you're a mean, or rather you're aggressive, rather you're not so much for people's person. People they size people up quickly, and but at the end of the day, it's still different from from when you get something from somebody that that might be a harsh opinion or a harsh word versus somebody you don't know. You know, it lessens the sting. You know what I'm saying? And so I think everybody should be able to attest to that. So look, let's get started. And this is for the listeners that don't know me. By the way, I want to say welcome to Manifest Thoughts podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality by way of putting things into action. And our goals on this particular channel is to help at least 500 people bring their imagination into reality. Listen, it's not all about me, but at the end of the day, I want you to know that not only am I on this platform, but we're still uploading content on It's Life podcast that'll be found right there on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Donald Francis, just in case we're meeting for the first time. And I also am found every now and again on It's All You TV. That's ITZALLYOU TV. That's where we'll upload our short films. We upload our skits. We upload our motivational speaking and stuff like that. You'll also catch us on Channel 49 TV. Go check that out. I'll always have the link in the description. We're found there every single Sunday. We're there uploading our content, and our community have grown since then. And I oftentimes tell you that our community have grown, and even if you don't see the subscribers, simply because they're still dating us, you know. So when people come and they start to view your channel, they're dating you, But when they start to marry you, they'll subscribe to you. Some people will subscribe to you off of the love and not be faithful by hearing the content, but then there are others who are those of them who will subscribe to you and they'll follow everything that you do because I noticed that when you are influential, it will cause people to come and follow you. I'm not here to do this because I want for people to follow me. I'm not here about subscribers on YouTube. I'm not here about the views on Facebook. I come up here because I started a company, and it's called Manifested Thoughts Podcast Company with our LLC, and we have DC and also other areas of New York. And so it is now my responsibility to come and give value, come and give content, because whether you know it or not, we are definitely heavy on being followed in Italy and in Africa. And people have come and they've donated through Cash App. And we have a Cash App that's linked to our description here. If you go to our info, you'll find that that's where the Cash App. I did not put it up because I wanted for people to give donations, but the people from Africa and people from Italy had asked me, can you please put a Cash App or something up or a link, because we want to sow into and or give and pay you for your content, because they found out that they utilized the content and happened so it worked for them. It might not work for everybody else. Again, although we are called Manifested Thoughts Podcast, it's not about you manifesting stuff without your higher belief, which is God. No, He's the one who manifests everything, but He gives us, individually gifts and talents. He gives us certain spiritual gifts that we're able to manifest the heart's desire according to the will and according to your work ethic, because faith without works are dead. So, with that being said, I wanted to take that concept and talk to people from more on a social level and also more, on a social level. That's what I mean. So that's what we're here to do. And so I'm glad. Welcome to our podcast. And today we're talking about uh, how to overcome or overcoming harsh opinions. And harsh opinions, it can hurt. It can hurt depending upon what's said. You might have a loved one that have just passed on, and somebody could have said something in reference to that particular individual. Watch this while you're at the workplace, and all of a sudden, it's like, wow, you flip it, you lose it, you get ticked off, and you go in, or somebody could say something about your child, somebody could say something about you that might be sensitive. You might have had something that you had battled with growing up. It could have been, stuttering. It could be a learning disorder. It could be, height, or it could be a skin disorder, whatever it is. If somebody give reference to that, you see what I'm saying? That's something that is something that's considered to be thrown at you. Harsh allegations, just something that will just, spew to you something that will want that a person want you to feel and want your feelings hurt. But when we talk about opinions, we do know that everybody have one. Everybody have an opinion, no matter what, and everybody's going to have an opinion. Heck, somebody's going to have an opinion about this broadcast. I like this, but I don't like the background. I like this, but his sound quality was off. For some reason, I don't like the camera he was using. I don't like his content. I don't even like his topics. Again, it's not you. If you try to reach everybody, you'll wind up reaching nobody. You just got to be very, very secure within yourself. You got to know exactly who you are. You got to know exactly what you're capable of, and you got to also know what you're good at. Because when you know what you're good at, no matter what opinions you may have or what anybody's opinion may be, you know, you're not discouraged. You know, it bounce off of you. That's why it's a difference between being called to do something and being chosen to do something. Because sometimes when you're called, when you have a calling to do something, I promise you, nobody's going to be able to stop you. You know, opinions are going to stay with you. It'll hit you and bounce off of you. But when you're chosen to do something, you're moving into the realm of leadership, and by which that's the thing I want to talk about today. Great leadership, because great leadership and people who are in leadership, and I don't mean just churches, but I mean CEOs and business owners, those of them who are in leadership, they know how to handle harsh opinions, and sometimes harsh opinions can hurt, but it's not about it being said, it's about how you take it. What do you do when it hits you? How do you respond to it is the thing that's more important than anything. Because rather you know it or not, since you were born, you were accustomed to creating your own brand. And that is according to your personality. We all have mix ups and mess ups. We all have times where we tripped up. We all had times where we had the greatest failures of our lives. You know, I don't care where you come from. Because here's the deal: when you're in this world and you're born in this world, you don't know anything about it. You're exploring it. You don't know what's right, what's wrong. You're exploring it. And then whatever it is that's good to you is good to you. And everything that's good to you doesn't mean it is good for you. You discover those things when you become older. You know, you begin to discover the do's and don'ts about life, and you discover those things. What's up, Mel? Good to see you on YouTube. You begin to discover those things, and you know the do's and the don'ts because life teach you certain things. I said in the broadcast yesterday that I remember going to see India Ari with my wife, and we were not speaking at that particular time, but we learned that life is like a shell, and you've got to learn how to break the shell in order for you to explore life. Life is meant to hurt. Sometimes you're going to have some mess ups, you're going to have some trip ups, and rather you know it or not, during your upbringing, when you're coming up, from 10 on up to like 25, you're building your reputation, you're building your brand. And rather you know it or not, some of the reputation that we've discovered and we've created may not have been good. Some things that followed us, and you're like, wow, I hate this thing. And I tried to get away from this opinion. I tried to get away from this nickname. I tried to get away from what they labeled me in high school or public school, tried to get away from. But the only thing that helped change the narrative is your mindset. And we talked about that yesterday. And although I'm going to take that live down and redo it in a particular way that people will still get the value off of it, I want you to go back and take a look at it, because your mindset is the thing that can control your actions. You feel me? And one's mindset and how you take certain things in will determine your response to anything, determine your response to anything that will happen. So, anybody who's a content creator, anybody who's a CEO, anybody who's within leadership, and even if you're not in leadership, you might have children, you might be working at a job that you might have people who might challenge you, not only in your faith but in your character, right? You got those people who just try you, like, yo, you just do this one more time, I promise you, it's gonna be popping. Me and you outside, no question. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, um, after you've grown up and after you realize some of your pitfalls, and after you've learned the do's and don'ts of life, and after you discover that there's some things you actually want to pursue in life, you know, shout out to my sister Yolanda Brathaway. She's an amazing woman, and she does shows, about her life, and I mean the shows are packed out. That's not her only show. She had other shows that she's done before I've even discovered her and stuff like that. But I'm sure that if I had her on this platform, she can tell you, that you're going to have some pitfalls while trying to pursue. It's a lot of money in it, that money loss, people you discovered you can't deal with, people you discovered that you at least you thought that you could work with them, but now they're not so much the people that are your favorite because you have two different visions, two different avenues that you're going down. excuse me, you have so many people who will come and say, look, I'm here to help you, and one of the biggest, the worst people that you can come across that can give opinion that may hurt are people who once work with you to get some of your ingredient, some of your blueprint on how you flow, you know, and what you're trying to create in the interim. And please do me a favor, y'all. By the next 2 days, I'm going to be promoting, my online course is called The Cake Method, you know. And let me just give you at least a quick sneak peek that we talk about the cake batter. You need eggs. I got a video about it. You need eggs, you need vanilla extract, you need the cake mix if you're not doing it, by scratch. And, you need butter, you need all of these types you need a pan, you need utensils, but while you're mixing the cake, and the cake mix section is the most important, and vital section within the whole, online course, because when you have your creative mind, and you know that you're starting things, you want to start your show, you're starting your church, you're starting your YouTube channel, you're starting your business, the beginning stages are the most important. It's vital that you not have everybody around during the cake mixing stage of your life, because you don't want olives being thrown. You don't want paprika being thrown in your cake batter, because whatever it is that's made up in your cake batter will determine how it's going to taste during the presentation time, and when it's time for you to sell and or give out and or introduce your cake to the world. You feel what I'm saying? So during your cake mixing stage, it's metaphorical, but I promise you, it's metaphoric, but I promise you, y'all, you are going to be, it's so much in this particular online course. And in fact, it's a 2 hour online course, and I think that you'll get some good tactical, things that you can go by to be able to live life. So again, you don't need, people in your beginning stages. I remember right now I'm, also studying cinematography, done some videos going, It's All You TV, that I've also promote in the beginning right there on that page on YouTube only. It's not on Facebook. And you'll see some of the things that I've done and you'll see the growth. But I realize that there's certain people I can't have around during the time of my creative mind stage, during my mixing stage, because I'm going to tell you something. The last thing you need to hear is a harsh opinion while you're still being creative. That's why the key to success is keeping your mouth shut. That's the key to success. Keeping your mouth shut until you're at least in the cooling stage. When you're mixing the cake and then it's in the oven. My mom used to tell me, God bless the dead today, she used to tell me, listen, when the cake is in the oven, don't run around, don't be loud, because in the oven, the cake can flatten and it can drop and not rise to its full potential. Ooh, yo, I'm talking good, y'all, I promise. And I was like, wow. So you want, while you're in the waiting process stage, for your cake not to drop. So you ought not to speak. Don't be telling people, you tell people during the time that you are in the cooling stage when you take it out. So again, you don't need harsh opinions, my friends. You don't need anybody's opinion. You need some opinions, but you don't need anybody's opinion. You need somebody's opinion that love you, that care for you, someone that's going to be like, I support you. Okay, if you're going left, that's where I'm going. If you're going straight, I'm going that way. If you're going right, I'm going that way. Okay, I'm here to support, because I don't know what your vision is, but I want to be the best support that I can to you. I got a great, great friend. I got a couple of friends. But my boy, who is obviously, I want to let you know what he looked like. He's the gentleman that's to your left. His name is Ramel Bill, and he has a great page on Facebook, and he gives, I mean, some amazing content on Facebook, and he go live every single morning. But he said to me, he said, "Yo, D, listen, I know we haven't done It's Life podcast for a while, but I want you to know that I'm here to support you in anything that you want to do and anything that you need to do right now at this stage of your life, because I see what you're doing and I know where it's going for you." And sometimes that's all you need to hear. You don't need to hear anybody's opinion about, well, I think you should do this. And if nobody asks you about your opinion, do me a favor, be quiet. Wait until people ask, and don't do one of those slicks as well. I know you didn't ask me about my opinion, but let me just tell you this because you just got to get your opinion in. Shout out to my boy Dave Quinones. That's not my friend. That's my brother right there. And sometimes you need people when you do ask them for your opinion. You need people to tell you the truth. That's him right there. You know, and not to say that my boy Ramel would not tell me the truth, but I just need different people for different reasons. You know, Wife General Overall is always there, got my back no matter what. You feel what I'm saying? But again, we need people like this in your life, but you don't need everybody in your life during your creative mind stage. Stay closed in, write stuff down. After you've gotten to the peak of your creative mind, then present it to people and be ready for different aspects and different opinions and different on looks or whatever the case may be that people can help you out. So today, like I said, we're talking about how to overcome harsh opinions. And anybody who's a leader would know what it is, and what it means to have harsh opinions. I have harsh opinions all the time, but it's not about the opinions that you have, but it's about how you receive it and how you react to it. Let's take a look at it. When you have a harsh opinion, the first thing we want to do, we got a couple of tips here, is stay calm. Maintain your composure when faced with harsh opinions. Responding emotionally can escalate the situation. See, sometimes I oftentimes say to you, you gotta hold to your emotions. Sometimes you might not agree with people with what people are saying, you know, but when you listen to people, don't rise up in your emotions so fast. And of course, you're gonna feel it because they're tapping and stepping on your shoes about something that you love, you know. But don't just stay calm, stay calm. Don't react. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if you react, you're giving people power over you. What you want to do, for lack of better words, you want to learn how to respond, not react. So when you respond, you take a breather, you take a day and say, whoa, 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 hold on, let me just listen to what they're saying. Take a breather. Because if I react, I might punch them in the face, you know. And then when you take a look at what they were saying, you'll find out after you've knocked them out that they didn't say anything as harsh as you thought, because sometimes we just hear what we want to hear. So you want to maintain your composure, you see, because if you react or you respond, if you respond, react to, that's why it says responding emotionally, you know, it's responding emotionally is the equivalent of reacting. That's the equivalent. But when you respond, it's because you thought about it. You thought about it before you started to put your action on it. Watch this. Listen actively. That's another part right there. Understand the other person's perspective, even if you disagree. Active listening can diffuse tension. Now, let me tell you something. We just talked about how it is if you build your brand, right? If you build your, let's say, for example, you've gotten over all of your mistakes, you're at a specific age as to where you are able now to think about life and what you can offer life, what you need in life. Because rather, you know it or not, if you start your own business, if you start your own brand, rather it's a movie company, rather it's a church, rather it's a podcast, rather it's your book writing, rather it's a or book release, rather it's your barbershop, beauty salon, no matter what it is that you start, newsflash, you're gonna need people. You're gonna need people. So when you come to a particular place in your life, you know that you're a leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're a CEO, whatever it is, you got to understand that however you treat people can backlash on you, no matter who it is, rather it's family, rather it's a coworker. You see what I'm saying? And the question I give you, listen, some people are like, oh, we have to build wealth. We have to build wealth. We have to build wealth. Absolutely. Can I ask you a question? Do you have to be working on your own or have your own establishment or have your own business in order for you to build wealth? Let me rephrase the question. Can you build wealth having a job? That's the question. And the answer is yes. Because here's the deal. You need money to establish whatever it is that you're going for and your pursuit. So with that being said, you know, while you are trying to establish and settle in yourself, in your business, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to learn how to practice being uncomfortable by taking on harsh opinions. You're going to have to know how to do this. You're going to have to know how to actively listen to the other person's perspective. You know, you see, listen, even though we stay calm, we don't want to react or respond emotionally because then you can escalate the situation. You could really make it go to another level. But then here's how you diffuse it when you listen to the other person's perspective. In other words, what you want to do is that you want to just sit back, right? And I'm shouting out to everybody on YouTube. You want to stand back, step outside of the picture. You feel me? Step outside of who you are and just analyze this. Then hold on. If I respond this way, will this be good for this individual? Because I'm not here for this person to like me because you're not going to like everybody and not everybody's going to like you. But never give a person an excuse, you know, to say something of your good. If they say something bad of your good, let it be because it's something that's within themselves. And sometimes people are not going to like you and people are going to hate you because you don't respond. You ever seen somebody who tried to argue with you and they're trying to spark an argument, but you just don't go there and you just prevent? That's a good word, y'all, prevention. And you just prevent the situation and they get extra upset. I mean, they want to knock you out now because I mean they are tight that you're not giving them what they want because you're not feeding that energy. You're not feeding into that energy, You're like, no. This is something I decided I'm not gonna. I could either do one of the two things. I could feed your energy and lose mine, or not say anything at all and keep my energy for free. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I'm spreading value to you already, can you do me a favor? Just, give me some hearts or something like that. Give me some likes. Say something to me on YouTube, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So this is just tip number 2. You know, active listening is important, because the first thing you want to do is you want to diffuse the situation. You want to diffuse the situation. You don't want to create tension because you never know who the individual is, the person that you're arguing with is in 2, 3 years, that you may need them and they may need you. Listen, you want to build your brand, and as a leader, you got to learn how to take it. You got to learn how to say, okay, listen, let me put this kind of thing in perspective. Okay, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate it. You know, Sometimes it's just good to be thankful. Thank you. I appreciate it. What? You said thank you. You're supposed to be upset with me. No, I'm not upset with you. Why would I want to be upset with you? No, thank you. I appreciate and I value your opinion. I thank you. Thank you so much. Because listen, your vision and your outcome is bigger than that particular moment. Let's go to tip number 3. Choose your battles. See, that's what I'm talking about. You see, again, when you step outside of the situation, not every harsh opinion requires a response. There it is, because at the end of the day, if rather you respond, you don't want to respond emotionally. You see what I'm saying? You see, so you don't want to do anything except evaluate, rather engaging is worth it, right? Worth your time and your energy. Know in this season, this time, y'all, where to spend your time and your energy. If it has no productivity, right? If it's not productive, it's no productivity. Why am I getting to? Can I talk? Can I speak? If it has no productivity to it, listen, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it at all. If we just hanging around just to lollygag and just to chill and just, I got bigger things I have to do. Not that I'm better than you. I just have things I have to pursue. You see, you got things you got to do. But here's the deal: you got to know how and where to spend your time and your energy. Choose your battles. That's why when a person get upset with you, they're like, nah, stay upset with you because you didn't, feed into the situation. But choose your battle. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, that's not. But I'm not about that. All right, cool. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. I'm not showing people and I'm not teaching people how to be a punk or to be a wuss or to say you weak. Nah, I'm just teaching people how to be smart because at least Dave Quinones is on the line and Alberta is on the line, or Yolanda on the line, my brother's on the line. We know, Frankie, I think you too. Lisa, I think you were around that time. But we know what it was, at least back in the 80s, to have a fight and shoot a fair one. You had your peoples with you, they had their peoples with them. Why am I on fighting today? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? But they were there to make sure nobody had jumped in. And watch this. No matter who the loser was, they got up, shook hands, walked away. Even if they didn't shake hands, they walked away. But they always had respect for each other. You see what I'm saying? We can't throw hands in this season, this time. Everybody own guns. So I'm teaching people how to be smart because not everybody know how to fight. We always used to teach people if you picked up a weapon, at the end of the fight was because you knew you had no other option to beat that person except to beat them with what is that you got. Listen, just pick up the H and handle it. You feel what I'm saying? And just know, listen, that's the better person, and that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But choose your battles. Listen, y'all, if you're getting value, please let me know that I'm sharing something good with you. And before we get to the 1, 2, 3, 4 next couple of tips, let's go to pay some bills. All right. Hey, exciting news, everyone. We found a brand new way for you to join the conversation right here on Manifested Thoughts Podcast. Now you can call in live while I'm on the air. Just dial 929-394-3382. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, even have some questions for me right here on Real Time while I'm on the air. I can't wait to hear from you, my incredible listeners, and have all of your voices be a part of our podcast. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate it. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Look, you want to go and you can call in now. And I got the right number. That's the wrong number. That's the right number right there. I got the right number, which is 929-394-3382. And at the end of this particular podcast, before we land the plane, I want to hear from you. So do me a favor, write this number down. I will keep it up during the next couple of tips or right after the couple of tips that we're going to share. And I want to hear from you about what it is about harsh opinions. Have you ever discovered harsh opinions before? And what did you do to overcome it? Did you actually fight, or you know what I'm saying? Did you beat anybody up? What you do? All right. Listen, I want to say that I'm just happy to even be able to be here to do this. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, so again, call in, y'all. Please call in. All right. I want to hear from you. Want to hear what you got to say. And that's it. That is. Listen, next two tips, and then we're gonna go to our next sponsor for the day. And then after that, we're gonna land the plane. All right. So, like I said, choose your battles. It doesn't make any sense for you to, waste any energy unnecessarily. All right. Listen, engage. Watch this constructively. If you decide to respond, do so respectfully and constructively. Avoid personal attacks or insults. See, I'm going to tell you something. When you have harsh opinions, the way that you get over them is that you never feed into anybody's energy. And if you do respond, learn how to step out of yourself and say, listen, I respectfully thank you for whatever it is that you say. Thank you so much. It's not going to condemn me. It's not going to sway me. But if you decide to respond, you know what else counts? Your tone. Tonality counts. If you have good tonality, like, listen, I understand that you're upset. I just let me just say this real quick. I got you. And listen to them. Let them hear. Actively listening, right? Listen actively. But then after they say what they say, respectfully have the right tone. Excuse me, I just wanted to just say this if you don't mind, because I respect your opinion. I respect what you say, and I am listening to your perspective. And I take note to your perspective. Because again, this is how we have to act in order to, overcome and watch this, sway the conversation in a way that we want it to be. So again, we know that when we engage constructively, and you want to avoid personal attacks, because if you start to, like the first part, you know what I'm saying, if you start to respond emotionally, it's going to escalate the situation. You feel what I'm saying? But if you respectfully, and constructively avoid personal attacks and insults, you can diffuse that. You can diffuse it. So think before you act. Think before you react. You got what I'm saying? Think before you react. It's important. Somebody might be saying, yo, but there are people who are ignorant. Listen, I got a tip for that. I got a tip for that, because you have ignorant people as well. Let's go to the next point. Use the I statement, right? Use I statements. Express your feelings and thoughts using I statements, which can be less, watch this, confrontational. For an example, say, I feel differently about what you're saying, because instead of saying, nah, you wrong. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong. You wrong because of this. You wrong because of that. You know, sometimes you got to show a person how wrong they are, right? By just respecting them and saying, listen, I hear what you're saying, but I feel differently about it. You know, not yo, you wrong, and I can't, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you're still feeding into their energy. Understand that they're already upset. You're listening. They brought the opinion to you. You're upset. They're upset. But you got to maintain a calm posture. You have to maintain, a calm disposition. If anybody can talk about it, listen, you might be boiling in your socks and want to say something bad, and even want to use them as an example to say, yo, listen, how you gonna sit there and say this about me when this is what you did just yesterday? You know, you can't sit there and tell me to wash dishes and you ain't wash dishes. You can't sit there and tell me to clean my room and look at your room. You can't sit there and tell me to wash my car, look at your car. You don't want to just you want to diffuse those things. You got what I'm saying? So again, engage constructively. If you decide to respond respectively, right? Respectfully and constructively. Avoid personal attacks on anybody, because you don't want to escalate, right? Or make it tension. Watch this. Use the I factor, right? I understand what you're saying, but I feel differently about what it is that you're saying, because instead of saying that you are wrong, watch this. This is the last tip right here. Seek common ground, because you want to protect your business. You are of value. You got things that you have to offer. You got things that you want to do. You got things that might be that you could offer even to them that will be great. You get what I'm saying? And so, because of that, you want to show your leadership skills. You want to show your leadership tactics. Listen, all right, you hype. But yeah, I'm going to maintain a calm disposition. I'm going to listen to what you say. I'm going to show loving tonality. My body language ain't going to be tense. And that's another thing, too. Body language is everything. When you see common ground, body language is everything. You ever seen somebody say, well, you know what? If I did anything wrong to you, I'm sorry. Nah. Can I ask you a question, everybody who's on the line? What is considered to be an effective apology? Do you know what an effective apology is? An effective apology is apologizing for something, and not only that, but acknowledging what you are apologizing for, you see, so that you can let them know, I understand how you feel, and I want to acknowledge what I'm apologizing for, because I'm accountable and I'm owning what it is that I did. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. When you do stuff like that, will diffuse any tension about any harsh opinion. 9 times out of 10, when you got people who give you harsh opinion, it's off of something that have happened that had nothing to do with the subject. Yeah, well, you know, by the way, you could get a better car because your car is trash. It's like, okay, where did that come from? By the way, you could dress better. Okay, yo, where did that come? What are we talking about? where did that come from? You see what I'm saying? Okay, we were just talking about that I didn't get a chance to hold the door for you, but now all of a sudden you revert all the way to my car's trash and I can dress better. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I don't like your glasses. have nothing to do. Sometimes when people give you harsh opinion, have nothing to do with the actual topic. It's because they're holding something that they did not say to you, and they held it until something else took place. Yo, what are we talking about today? We're talking about how to overcome harsh opinions. Here's seek common ground. Find areas of agreement, right? Or common interests to build on. This, watch this, can create a more positive atmosphere for discussion. And I like what it said. It can really create a more positive atmosphere. Can I tell you something? Atmosphere is important, you know, because and can I give you a quick, this is a side note, this for free. Not that you're paying for this, but it's for free. When my wife would argue, and I love her, when my wife and I would argue, if we started arguing in the living room, I noticed that the only way that we could diffuse it and find a resolve is to leave the place it started, leave that atmosphere, leave the area where it started. That's the reason why it's always good to sometimes, if somebody got you tight, go take a walk, you know, get out of that atmosphere because you're not going to find anything that's productive, you know. And sometimes after you leave, have you ever noticed why sometimes when you leave the house after arguing, you don't even have to be with a spouse, but or you left your cubicle or you left your office to go take a walk because you know the company's getting on your nerves, you know, but then after you found a reprieve, you notice that you come back and you still feel the same tension. Can I tell you why? Because the residue about which you've argued, that atmosphere, that roof that you've argued under, it's still there. What you got to do is go take a walk, come back, clear the air, and then start your work effort and start your work, you know, and produce. The reason for that, and how do we clear the air? How do we clear the atmosphere? Well, if you got yourself together, it'd be good to go to the individual rather hot and not, and always watch the timing. And maybe tomorrow we could talk about timing, but watch the timing and go and say, hey, listen, I want to ask you a question. I want to talk to you for a second. I apologize. And I effectively apologize by saying, I apologize for doing X, Y, and Z. And I didn't mean for it to escalate that way. Maybe I came across too strong. Maybe I just didn't, my approach was wrong. I just want to say I apologize. I didn't mean, you know, to skip you during the time that we went to go get our coffee. I don't know, whatever the case would be, right? But you want to find common ground. Do you think that we can, talk about it? You know, if you want to share your opinion, I'm here. You know, I'm here and I'm here to listen. And I want to let you know that I apologize. And I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes when you apologize, you'll find the other person apologizing for their side. Never ever apologize or apologize for somebody else and say, look, I apologize that you skipped me, you know, in the line from getting coffee and this, that, and the other. No, you never ever do nothing like that. Just say what you apologize for. And all of a sudden, if that person catch on, they'll say what they apologize for also, because it's always two that's wrong. It's, you know, your side, their side, then the truth, right? So find common ground. I got one more tip for you, and I have also something I want to share with you. But listen, uh, I want to go to my sponsor real quick. I thank God that I have a sponsor, Blade. Check it out. Calling on all New Yorkers. Are you tired of traffic and delays when traveling to LaGuardia Airport? Well, look no further than Blade Helicopter Company. They're here to revolutionize your journey. With Blade, you can skip all the hustles with traditional transportation and arrive to LaGuardia Airport with style. Some of the features you'll come across: time-saving convenience. Blade offer a swift, direct route to LaGuardia Airport, cutting your travel time significantly. Luxury and comfort. Enjoy a luxurious and comfortable helicopter ride with their top-of-the-line aircraft. Safety first. Blade prioritizes your safety with rigorous maintenance and expert pilots. Breathtaking views. Experience stunning views and landscapes as you soar to LaGuardia Airport. Flexible scheduling. Choose a departure time that suits your schedule, and they'll be there to take off. So look, don't waste precious time stuck in traffic. Elevate your travel experience with Blade Helicopter Company and arrive to LaGuardia in just 5 minutes. Book your flight now. Fly the future. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fly the future. By the way, if you've never ever heard of Blade, this is good for entrepreneurs. It's good for CEOs. It's good for business owners. It's even good for employees. For those of them who travel, you might be at that meeting that's kind of late, and you're like, "Oh my God, I got to get to the airport. It's 5:30, and I got to get on the plane by 7 o'clock." Well, listen, if you go to you got different blocks. By the way, listen, I'm sponsored by Blade, and if you go, and find one of their ports within the five boroughs, I promise you, they'll get you there in 5 minutes. Blade was so wonderful enough to say, listen, if you work at Hudson Yards, which is one of their locations, they're also located in Newark. They also located in Westchester. They got ports there. You can fly Blade Lounge, west to JFK to Newark in just 5 minutes for just $195. And if you put the code, and they remembered me, Donald F and F, for $50 off your first airport flight. So you get $50 off of your first airport flight if you put in the code Donald F and F. You know what I'm saying? So again, listen, if you're in Hudson Yards, if you're in Manhattan, then that means you're only 2 blocks away, from where they are, and they'll get you there. And I wanted to just shout out Blade, I'm saying, for sponsoring this episode today. All right. One more, one more ad, and we're going to land the plane. And I want to take some phone calls, and we're on our way out. Hey, what's up, listener? Do you want to support Manifested Thoughts podcast in style? Well, I've got something special for you today. Introducing our Manifested Thoughts podcast t-shirts and hats. Well, our t-shirts are available for only $25, and our stylish hats are available for only $35. To place your order, go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. We have all different types of stylish colors just to suit your personal taste. So order now and don't miss out. And thank you for supporting Manifested Thoughts podcast. Yo, go get your t-shirt and stop playing, and your hat. And yeah, support us, I'm saying? And so again, the shirts are just $25. The hats, because of the stitching, are about $35. And if you really want to support, our platform, please do me a favor. Go and purchase. Just go right here. Go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com, and purchase leave your size, and purchase your t-shirt. All right. And we'll take it from there. And I'm grateful to my boy Brian, who has his own shop and stuff like that, who said, listen, I want to sponsor y'all. I want to take care of you. I want to make sure that you do and take care of your own business right. It's nothing like having good branding. All right. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's go to the last tip. And I want to say shout out to, wow, James Hunt's on the line. Wow, Frederick Tony Lawrence, my brother's on the line. Adele Parker Brown, my mother-in-law, yesterday was her birthday. I want to give her a public announcement. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. Dave Quinones on the line. That's my dude. Frankie Correa, good to see you. Yolanda Brathaway. Lisa Palmer, good to see you. My brother Daryl. And also, wow, let's take a look at on YouTube. My boy Mel David, you're on YouTube also. My boy Mel saying on the line. What is it? All fan with ZTZ. Yo, that's what's up. Good to see y'all. What's going on? Blessings, blessings, blessings. Good to see you. Is that Vsor HD? We've got oh yeah. I know who that is. What's up, my guy? Good to see you, man. Dave Kierna's on here too. Good to see you. Yeah, okay. Good. We got the only one. Got you, man. I love you, man. Love all of y'all on YouTube. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all of you on Facebook for coming in. Appreciate y'all. Listen, I just come to give y'all value every single day at 10:30 around the same time. So listen, let's give you the last tip, and I want to take some of your phone calls. I want to put this up right now while you can, so you can get yourself ready. And the last tip, about, what I'm saying, overcoming harsh opinions is focus on the facts. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the facts. Present evidence, right? Present evidence and facts to support your position. So when you're speaking, you want to present evidence, about your point of view, right? Rational arguments can be persuasive. So if you're rational about what it is that you're saying, you could bring evidence about your points that you're trying to make. I'm saying focus on the facts. When you get yourself together emotionally, I'm saying, after you've come over the stigma about what it is that they said, I'm saying, how they said, what they said about your company, whatever they said about your job, your kids, your mom, whatever the case may be. Listen, I'm saying, think and focus on the facts. Sometimes people can make you feel like you're inadequate. People can make you feel like you're less than. People can make you feel like you're never going to be anything that you desire to be. But I'm gonna tell you something. I came to deflate that. It's a lie. You feel me? So you're looking at a special ed student, all right, who almost couldn't read a fifth grade level book. But watch this, is a pastor. Who does that? Only God. You feel what I'm saying? Have two podcasts. You know what I'm saying? One nice, YouTube channel, kids, a wife. You know what I'm saying? Success is not your name in life. Success is your journey, and while you have your journey, you're on your way to success. Don't let nobody persuade you because of harsh opinions. Know how to maintain your side of the composure. You have to sometimes be the adult, be the adult in the situation. You get what I'm saying? Know how to diffuse stuff, because you're like, listen, I got better fish and bigger fish to fry rather than to sit here and listen to this garbage. But I value your opinion. And can I tell you something? On tomorrow, we got part two to this, but not every opinion is harsh. Sometimes it's good for you to listen to people, even if they don't like you. They're giving you the truth that some of your friends won't tell you. So while you actively listen, take notes and say, okay, let me listen to this. Maybe I can work on this. This resonate with me. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this is cool too. You feel what I'm saying? Write it down and say thank you for your opinion, and respectfully, I appreciate you, and walk off. And that's that. Sometimes it's good that you diffuse the situation by not, you know, engaging in nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? So I really appreciate. Yeah, if you got value, do me a favor. Can you just smash the like button? Let me give myself a hand claps. And listen, 929-934-3382. I want to hear from you. All right. 929-394-88 3382. And I want to hear from you. Let me hear what you got to say. Have you ever came across someone who gave you their opinion and you didn't like it? What was your response? Can you help us?
I could do it.
Yeah, maybe it was something that we missed today, right? Maybe it was going to give us some value. Maybe it was an aspect that we could have. Of course. 929-394-3382. Hear from you, right? And I don't have that much time today. Oh, but this is good for you, right? Again, Londa, good to see you, sis. I can't wait to have you on the platform. So listen, not tonight. You're not for it. You are a victim. I think if you're a victim of hardship, what did you do for have you recently? They discovered something you have. Ask yourself, somebody has said something bad about you, your experience. How can I know this? Overcome harsh, harsh, great evening. Yes, sir. And again, like I said, this puts you on Blade, Fly, Future. They are great people, and I love them. I love them. I met them at my workplace, and they're awesome. Awesome. And if you haven't experienced it, what I like about them is that everything that you would do at the airport, they would do that right there at the airport. And so that when it's time for you to land, um, in the helicopter, they'll have a nice luxury car straight to your gate. You put your plane when you this guy. For the future, you feel the things guys. They're very, very safe in your aircraft. 929, y'all. 394 3382. 929 394 3382. I'm coming way back here to that yesterday. Harsh. Harsh. But we discussed it. Well done, y'all. You know what you got to say. This is the best part of the podcast for me and for our viewers. On YouTube, going of the Facebook and YouTube channel. Got my family up here. And look at that. All fun with TTC here. Wow. Oh, I love you, man. Love you, man. Prevention. Getting this prevention. Seems that now what's going on. Hey. Yeah. Well, y'all, I gotta say, y'all. That's it. Yeah. I tell you something. Um, B Mac, what's going on, my guy? Again, y'all. 929. You're not sure. Let me know if you've been a victim of harsh opinions. How did you overcome it? Just help us understand that. All right. And only give you about about 5 more minutes. Right. Not taking anybody who's call in. I know maybe you have to work. You know, until you did it. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to also shout out StreamYard. If you ever wanted to get a podcast going, you know, look up StreamYard. I know a lot of people do Zoom, I know a lot of people do OBS and stuff like that. But StreamYard has shown itself to be very executive. You know, and it's great. You pretty much yeah, calling up, that's mine. You know, between it's before the and if you haven't gotten our merch, don't forget it's available now. All you got to do is go to Memphis Thoughts 88 at gmail.com. And so, yeah, you can also purchase your merch there. And you can also, what's your size? You can make a transaction. And don't forget, I have also a online process coming. All right, y'all, listen. Maybe nobody's calling today. I appreciate all of you listening. I appreciate all of you. And it's your boy Donald Francis. Don't forget, look out for our merch. And if you haven't flown Blade, fly Blade. I'm saying, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and people are there to welcome you and make sure that you have a very, very safe flight. I just want to again shout out all of you on YouTube, all of you on Facebook for just coming in. And listen, guess what? Tomorrow, same time, same place. All right. Listen, overcoming harsh opinions. If you haven't heard broadcast, do me a favor, go back and just smash the button and then hit the replay. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. I would really appreciate that. The subscriber base will help us out. But I want you to know that we're doing things that people who have over 136,000 subscribers are doing. We're doing the same thing even now because of you. All right. Do me a favor, leave in the comments stuff that you think that you would love for us to talk about and address. Just want to bring you the good, best value that you'll be able to help, have a clear mind, I'm saying a clear view, clear heart, so that you can do what you need to do by manifesting what you want, by putting it into action. That's all we're talking about. Strategy plan, putting it into action. All right. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll talk about laziness. But I'll talk to you soon. Listen, this is your boy Donald Francis. Thank you for listening. This is the place where I want to be your favorite podcast and your number one. Love you all with much gratitude, much respect, and I'll talk to you soon. Next.